We now know about the seeds have been planted. The scenario is in place. AJ Lee is making her comeback. AJ Lee is returning to WWE. But what are going to be the plans? What is going to be the strategy? What is going to be the creative? What are we going to get and see? What are we going to witness in the next few weeks for AJ Lee? Well, we're going to expose and tell that. Remember to like and hype this video. Yes, press that hype button on your cell phone, your laptop, your desktop, your iPhone, your iPad, your PC, whatever it may be, because this is the shaven, misbehaving, always working around the clock for you, because I got time for all of you multiple times a day. And guys, we got huge developments and huge updates on AJ Lee. Now, we're not going to reset and tell you what you already know, because you already know AJ Lee's coming back. You already know that the stage is set. The minutes, the seconds are ticking down until Friday Night SmackDown, when she will return, or at least be brought up, because she will be wrestling, and it's not just going to be a one-off. But ladies and gentlemen, you didn't come to hear it recycled. You came here to hear and see and know the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most in-depth, the most exclusive, the most dynamic, and that is exactly what I'm going to give to you, and that is exactly what I'm bringing to you about AJ Lee, the creative plans being leaked online. Now, of course, plans are always subject to change. We get that, and we understand that. Plans are always subject to change, but what I'm going to do right now is this, is I'm going to unveil it. I'm going to reveal it. Now, again, up to this point, yes, AJ Lee is going to come back to be on the side of and to protect and to wrestle with and to be siding with CM Punk against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. It will be about revenge. It will be a vendetta. It will be retaliation, and it will be severe backlash. There will be consequences. But what is that going to be? What is that going to lead into? Well, let's get into it right now, because viewers, fans, and subscribers are going to take you on a ride. And if you want more creative plans in WWE like this, remember to click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and become a channel member today. Ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling world has been shaken to its very core. We have got leaks, we have got creative plans, and we've got WWE insiders talking. AJ Lee is back in the WWE and back in the conversation. Yeah, you heard me right. AJ Lee, one of the most controversial, outspoken, beloved women in WWE history, is on her way back. And her return plans have been exposed, but here's the kicker. She's not coming back alone. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, it's all connected. And it's going to explode. Kind of like whatever was just in my mouth just explode. It is going to explode right before our very eyes. And it's going to be on our WWE. It's going to be all across WWE television, Raw and SmackDown. And if you thought Clash in Paris shook things up, you haven't seen anything yet. And this is where things get very interesting. So here's where the creative comes into it. Picture this. It's Monday Night Raw, but first of all, we got one stop to SmackDown. We got to stop in SmackDown this Friday night in Chicago on the USA Network, where Raw should still be on the USA Network. Becky Lynch is out there cutting one of her classic promos, talking about being the man, the face of the women's division, the one who carried the company when no one else could. And then on the blue brand on SmackDown, the music hits. Let's light it up. Light it up. The crowd loses their damn minds. AJ Lee is back in the company. She doesn't smile. She doesn't wave. She marches straight to Becky and says, "You're standing in the spot that I never lost." Boom. Instant tension. You could cut the tension with a knife. Becky fires back. "You walked away, AJ. I built this. I'm the man." You can feel the electricity. And just like that, WWE has reignited one of the biggest dream matches in women's wrestling. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. And this is a match I don't think we have ever seen in the history of WWE. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins crossover. Now, let's not forget, AJ Lee doesn't come without baggage, and that baggage is none other than CM Punk, the best in the world. Now, Punk's already at war with Seth Rollins. Rollins hates Punk's guts. He has said it publicly. He has said it on TV. He has said it backstage. So when AJ shows up, guess who's immediately runs his mouth? Seth freaking Rollins. Also, WWE SmackDown viewership for August 29th sees a decrease with Sami Zayn winning the WWE United States title. And we got more on this, guys, but I just want to bring this to your attention. We got more about this angle and the storyline about AJ Lee, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. We're going to jump right back into it. But the rumor is, at this point, the rumor is that Sami Zayn is one of the front runners to win the 2026 WWE Royal Rumble. Yes, you heard that right. Sami Zayn is one of the stars being handpicked to win next year's Royal Rumble and main event and headline WrestleMania. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. I just had to break that. But let's get more into the angle and the storyline and the creative plans being leaked online for AJ Lee. So when AJ Lee shows up, guess who's immediately running their mouth? Seth Rollins. You're just riding Punk's coattails back into relevance. Oh, man, cheap shot, yeah, but that's WWE creative for you. Now we've got two wars going on at the same time. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, which quite frankly never ended, and it's just being reignited, and then you got AJ versus Becky. And WWE is going to be smart here. They are crossing these storylines. You got Punk and Rollins trading verbal grenades, only for AJ and Becky to brawl mid-segment. Then you've got Becky trying to back up her husband while Punk stands behind his wife. Tell me you're not tuning in every week to see this unfold. This is something out of Maury Povich. This is something out of Jerry Springer. The escalation, guys, and you want to talk about the continuation. You want to talk about the arcs. You want to talk about the sparks that's going to be in this creative. Let's fast forward to the next couple of weeks on television. On Raw, Becky picks up a win against some poor mid-carder. The second the bell rings, bam, AJ attacks her from behind. The crowd goes wild. On SmackDown, Rollins and Punk are face-to-face when AJ and Becky start fighting at ringside, distracting them and causing chaos. Creative is blending these stories together beautifully. And when do you ever hear that? Creative and beautifully. WWE creative and beautifully. You don't hear that often. And then the big one, a tease tag team main event. AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Do they give it to us right away? No. They tease it. They make us wait. And the leaks say it's in the works, possibly for a major premium live event, maybe Survivor Series, maybe Royal Rumble, maybe going all the way to WrestleMania. WWE creative stirs the spot in the pot. Becky accuses Seth of being distracted by AJ Lee's mind games. Punk cuts promos about Becky being overhyped, while Rollins screams that Punk's living in the past. This is layered storyline, folks. This is layered storytelling. This is what we have been begging WWE to do for a very, very long time. Now, here's where it gets juicy. On the go-home Raw before the pay-per-view, AJ finally snaps. She grabs a mic and says, "You call yourself the man, Becky? I'm the reason I'm the woman who made wrestling matter before it was trendy." The crowd eats it up. Becky fires back. Well, let me tell you something, AJ Lee. This isn't 2013, sweetheart. This is my era, and you're just a guest. Rollins and Punk can't hold back anymore. They're throwing fists backstage. Chairs flying, referees trying to separate them, and then the big cliffhanger. Becky swings at AJ. AJ dodges. Becky accidentally hits Rollins. The crowd gasps. Rollins is stunned. Becky is horrified. AJ is smirking. Punk is laughing. Raw goes off the air with AJ holding Becky's championship high, her women's intercontinental title high over her head, while Punk stands tall over Rollins, and that's how you end a show, folks. And again, this is built-up drama. So what does this mean? What does this all mean? What is this all leading to, viewers, fans, and subscribers? Well, it means WWE is setting up multiple dream matches at once. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, and maybe, just maybe, a mixed tag team showdown later this year or early 2026. Punk and AJ versus Rollins and Becky. Tell me that wouldn't break the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Lee's return changes the dynamic. It changes everything. It shakes up the women's division. It fuels Punk's war with Rollins, and it makes another chapter so it doesn't make it boring and tedious between Rollins and CM Punk. And it puts Becky Lynch right in the middle of a storyline that could define her legacy. Do you want to see AJ Lee dethrone Becky Lynch? Do you want to see Punk finally humble Rollins? Do you think WWE Creative can actually pull this off, or will they screw it up? Sound off in the comment section below. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and hype up the video, because this is just the beginning of the most shocking storyline of 2025, definitely going into 2026. And you damn well better believe I will be here to cover every twist and turn and every angle. Now, viewers, fans, and subscribers, if you enjoyed that, if you like that, remember to like and comment and bring it. Just bring it. Now's the time to bring it, and now is the time to ring it in, guys. Let me tell you that right now. And what do you think about the possibility of the rumor and the speculation online about Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble? Does it make sense? Sami Zayn has been talking for the last year about being in contention and being a world champion. And before he wraps up and before he retires and before he calls it a day, I want to be world champion. I want to get to that spot. I want to be the main event. But Sami Zayn right now is a top champion. He is the United States champion. Now, are you in favor of Sami Zayn being United States champion, or Or is Sami Zayn going to go all the way and be a double champion? Is he going to up the ante? Is Sami Zayn going to become a double champion in World Wrestling Entertainment? You just never know which way this is going to go. It's going to get tangled. It's going to get entangled. It's going to get switched up. The flavor of this, the initiative of this. Oh my God, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Also, we are receiving word at this hour. Nick Hogan sues Bubba the Love Sponge. Yes, Nick Hogan sues Bubba the Love Sponge. Also, ladies and gentlemen, does Randy Orton, again, it was rumored before, but now it's almost just about being confirmed. It was, again, rumored before. Randy Orton might have backstage heat in WWE, and that is why all his losses and all him, being booked terribly, being booked poorly, being booked weak. We have never seen Randy Orton at this stage of his career be in this bad a shape. It is very concerning. It is very worrying. You have to put that on there. Yeah, you have to put it on there, folks. But that's not all. No, because we're digging deeper and we're going more in depth, viewers. Because WWE is expected to stack and shock the WrestlePalooza card for their ESPN debut. AJ Lee and Brock Lesnar in the mix. The fix is absolutely in, viewers. Wow. If this ain't something, well then hell, I don't know what is. DIY makes surprise return during WWE NXT tonight. Did you see that coming? Did you like NXT? Were you for NXT? Were you against NXT? What did you think about DIY making their surprise returns tonight on NXT? Candice LeRae moves forward in the WWE Speed Tournament during the 9-2 NXT. And yes, happy September to everybody out there. Also, with Nick Hogan suing Bubba the Love Sponge over unreleased Hulk Hogan documentary, where is this all going to ultimately lead into? Again, AJ Lee's WWE return will not be a one-off. Again, it will not be a one-off. WWE's internal reaction to AJ Lee's imminent return. It's all but confirmed that AJ Lee will be making a triumphant return to WWE after over a decade, especially after the events of Clash in Paris and Monday Night Raw. As anticipation builds, the internal reaction to AJ Lee's imminent return has been revealed. Fightful Select is reporting that WWE is planning for AJ Lee to wrestle again at WrestlePalooza, with her TV return happening very soon. It was noted that WWE has several pitches for AJ Lee, who's set to have her first match in 10 years. Sources strongly hinted that she will be seen or mentioned on this week's SmackDown. AJ Lee, who is poised to return to the ring after 10 years, it was heavily implied by WWE sources that AJ would be appearing or referenced on this week's SmackDown, but then she would eventually make her on-screen return either at Raw or SmackDown, or definitely the pay-per-view. Many WWE staff and wrestlers noted that they haven't seen or spoken with AJ since she left, but she has always been friendly and kind and has always had great contact over the years. A lot of women in the locker room who grew up as fans of AJ are especially excited. One veteran who never got to wrestle her admitted that they were surprised by the news, since CM Punk usually brushed off questions about AJ Lee. So, ladies and gentlemen, the excitement is limitless. Fans are preparing for one of the most emotional comebacks in years, one that could have a major impact on the women's division going forward, especially into 2026. So we'll have to wait and see how it all turns out in the end. Are you excited for AJ Lee's long return, long-awaited WWE return? How well do you think the WWE will book her once she is back? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions below, as this is obviously blowing up the internet in more ways than one. Subscribe, because if it's not brash, it's absolute trash. Later.